And now, here to entertain you all, because every day he's hustling. Side Hustle Cinema.
Welcome back to the channel, Side Hustle Cinema here. Thanks for clicking on this video. And today, guys, I think we have another fun little topic to talk about. And we're going to be talking about studio slipcovers. And should you keep them? You know, like, are they important to your collection? And I think so, especially if you want the money, or if you just want to keep the value of your collection as high as possible, then I would definitely recommend hanging on to those slipcovers. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. We all know, now the reason I'm focusing on studio covers is we all know that, the boutique labels, Arrow, Kino Lorber, Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, we all know that those slipcovers can be very valuable. But the studio releases oftentimes get overlooked. They kind of get brushed off a little bit, and sort of given that second class treatment, and and then there's even some movement in the, I don't know if movement's the right word, but there were some opinions in the community floated around out there by some of the the bigger channels that talk about movies, and how they're not big on slipcovers, and they take them off and give them away, or put them in boxes or whatnot. And I don't know how much room you're saving putting stuff in boxes, because unless you're just smashing up all your slipcovers, and I don't think that's great for the slipcovers either. Putting slipcovers in boxes is it seems like it's kind of like when your parents took your dog off to the farm. Maybe they're not coming back, Maybe they're not coming back when they go in the box. I don't know, but anyway, I hated to hear that, though. I hate to hear that, and I get it. People, they want a little more room on the shelf. They want them to look consistent across there. All those things are true, but you're throwing away some of your money. I mean, you're throwing away some of the value of your collection, and in some cases, quite a bit of value. So we're going to talk about that today, and I'm going to start with one that actually, this is the one that got me thinking about doing this video in the first place, and that is Real Genius. I happened to run across this one on eBay. I bought it when it came out because I absolutely love this movie, but I happened to run across this one on eBay, and I saw how much it was going for with the slipcover, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. I was pretty happy. Because the movie itself, great movie, but if you just bought, this now, it only costs about $15, maybe $20. Not too much, but if you want this slipcover, which is now an out-of-print slipcover, which, by the way, this one does have a different artwork than the cover. It is one of the rare ones like that. This thing it goes for almost like, well, here's the thing with the prices. They are all over the place. And you're going to notice that, like, I'm going to show you a bunch of prices today. And if you look them up yourself, you're going to find a very wide range of prices. Because there are sold listings for this one for $100. There's like 2 of them. I saw 2 of them that are within the past few months for $100. There are also some on there for $50. And sometimes people try to auction them off, thinking that they're going to hit big, and they end up having to sell it for really cheap, like $35. So the prices and listings are all over the place. We're going to take a look at this eBay store that this one guy has. He kind of specializes in these out of print slipcovers. His prices are a little high, but it's a decent indication. You'll see a whole bunch of titles. Maybe you have some of these in your collection. This is just to kind of give you an idea of, what is, expensive or not. And so we'll sort of take a look at that. The one that jumps out, like Annihilation, that one was a decent one. Lockup was another one that I found to be true. There's some sold listings for around $40 on that one. So if you have that one in the collection. Shaun of the Dead, that one's a big one. You'll see Hot Fuzz on here later. That one also was another big one. The Darkest Hour was a little bit of a surprise. I had no idea on that. Logan Lucky I'd heard about, and that's a terrible movie. I hated Logan Lucky. Now the Planet of the Apes movies, those go for a lot of money too. So if you have those Planet of the Apes movies, those are some great slips to have for sure. Now Spaceballs is a Kino Lorber. We're not talking about the boutique labels this time, but you see what those go for. Inception is one that was interesting, because that is one that I would get a lot of requests for when I was doing the custom slipcovers. That was one that people were always looking for. So yeah, if you got that one, you got some money. Hot Fuzz is another one that goes for really good money. I'm not sure what the story is on those movies, and why the slipcovers go for a decent amount. The Patriots one that I'm not surprised over, because I did a custom slipcover for the Patriot, and it was one of my best sellers. So people are there just was definitely a short supply of slipcovers for this one. Not sure the reason. Casino was another one that I knew about. Another one that where the movie's only $10, and as you see here, you may not be able to get $80 out of it, but you're probably going to get at least 50. And finally, let's talk about Pineapple Express. That one, if you have that PlayStation 5 4K Movie Essentials slipcover, man, that thing goes for a lot. Now, I don't know about the other PlayStation Essential slipcovers. I imagine they all go for a decent amount. I always thought those were such ugly slipcovers and really didn't like them. I didn't like the PlayStation 5 advertisement, basically on the top of it. But, man, I mean, that is like one of the cheapest movies you can buy. Literally, there's copies that go for like $6-7, and it's a great movie though. I love Pineapple Express, but it's out there, and it's super cheap. But to think that slipcover, if you got that thing goes for some money. There's a few sold listings on here, at around $100, and there's some people right now asking right around $100 for their copies. If I had that one, I would probably sell it and just pick up the pick up a steel book, or pick up a cheap $8-9 copy of the movie and just enjoy the extra money. Yeah, I would sell that one probably. Well, just a few more to look out for. If you have any of the Star Wars, the originals trilogy, if you got the slipcovers for these, you're doing pretty good. These go for some pretty good money. There's asking prices of around 100. You may or may not get quite that much, but you can do pretty well with those. And then, of course, I don't have the slipcovers, not the original ones for Ghostbusters 2. But yeah, if you have the slipcovers for these, the prices on these were pretty consistent at around $50 each. So that's also pretty cool. Things to look for. Yeah, just you can casually go through your collection, look on eBay, look at the sold listings, and kind of get an idea of what movies you have. I barely scratched the surface doing research for this video, trying to see what all was valuable and what wasn't. And a lot of this stuff goes unnoticed, really. I'm sure I've got some hidden gems over there on the shelf that I have no idea it's worth as much as it is. It's kind of fun to check in on these things. Spend some time with your collection. That would be the point of this, I think. Get to know your collection, get to know the value of your collection, and you'll appreciate it more, I think. I mean, I do. I appreciate the heck out of Real Genius now. I may even get the fancy cover and put this one in it, maybe. I don't know. I was actually thinking about starting like a shelf of just my kind of expensive movies, either out of print or out of print slipcover type movies, and definitely putting them in some better protection, and just kind of keeping those separate. I thought would be kind of a fun thing to do. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about today. What do you think about the discussion? And I'm going to end the video with a couple pro tips, I think. One of the ones is, if you're looking to get movies with the slipcover, but you don't want to pay that top dollar, one of the things you can do is you can go on eBay, and a lot of people will resell these brand new releases. Like, you will definitely see Godzilla pop up on eBay, probably without the digital code. They're going to open it up, take the digital code, and you'll get everything else, and it'll be at least $10 less than what it is online. $27 online, you should be able to get it for $17 on eBay. Maybe not right today, but maybe in another week or so. It usually happens pretty quickly, though. You can almost always find new releases from studios on eBay for about $10 cheaper without the digital code. I think that's a great way to pick them up. I've picked up several, movies like that. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're unsubscribed to the channel, I invite you to do so. And as always, guys, stay safe, have fun. Keep those slipcovers on them studio releases. And I'll see you on the next one.